Welcome to Between Gigs, hosted by Rory Devine, the place where technology professionals can discover tips and tricks on how to land their next gig.
To episode 10 of Between Gigs, I'm Rory Devine. Thank you again for taking a minute out of your day. If you are currently looking for a job, this is a place where you can find tips and tricks for your next engagement, or if you're looking to find a new opportunity in 2026, that's another reason we're here. Once again, I just want to steer you to that Between Gigs is growing. We are going to be joining the IT Career Academy. This is a group that is focused on getting your career started or improving the trajectory of your career. We will be doing long form interviews with CIOs and CTOs, C-suites within the technology space who have successfully navigated their careers and the trajectory of the landscape. They're going to be giving their time back to talk to us about how they got where they did, where they made those decisions, and you can use that to better improve your employee and status. So without further ado, we are going to talk about we're not talking today about foundational fixes on your resumes. We are talking about if you're applying for something the next day, what is a quick tweak that I can to improve my resume? These are 7 resume fixes to a night before application. So just a quick look at percentages, removals. That's one thing that I've been seeing recently in resumes. It doesn't make any sense to me. Applicant tracking systems cannot parse out percentages. Most people just ignore it. You know, if it says I have 70% competency in Grok or I have 60% in Canva, I don't know what that means. List out the set of skills and let the interviewer decide for you. The next one, step 2, apply to only new applications. What I mean by that is, if the job is open for more than a month, statistically speaking, the chance to fill it drops in half by 50%. So if this job was difficult and there was only an 85% fill ratio on the potential opportunity, now it just dropped to 42.5. So now you're looking below half of even filling the job, not you getting a job. So if you think about that, your odds to get something that is long in the tooth, very unlikely. Additionally, once a position's open for about a week or two, there's usually about 6 interesting candidates that they have. They get kind of turned off. They don't need to look at any other resumes. They start the interview process there. Your resume is more likely not even getting looked at. So just consider that. If it's more than 2 weeks, I would not even send over the resume. The next thing is, when you're writing your resume or you're fixing your resume, never tailor your resume to a job posting. You can tailor it to a job category. You know, for me specifically, what I would consider, do I see myself as a account manager, or do I see myself as a business development manager? Do I see myself as a president of sales or a chief revenue officer? All of those are categories that under the same kind of and I never would ever change my resume to adjust to a job description. But there is a quick and easy fix, kickresume.com. It's a great service that will match your needs to the job description. Really important differentiator here is there's no embellishments, no superlatives, nothing's made up. It takes the keywords and the skill sets in your job description as it exists today that you put in there, and then it matches it up to the job description that you input in there. It just basically will overemphasize what you have that matches with the ask on the job description. I think that's a really fast and easy service that you can use, and you're looking specifically on a job posting. Otherwise, always focus on the category, not the specific job posting. Number 4, keep the summary section short. You've heard me rant about this before. Recruiters ignore this section. We don't need a biography or a life story. I'd rather have your experiences, your skill set, or your education background. The next one is your blink test. Read your resume in 10 seconds and see what your initial takeaway is. That's exactly the amount of time that a hiring manager or a recruiter are going to look at them. Just a quick up and down, see what that might be. Another, number 6, you've heard me say this before, email your resume as a PDF, not as a Word. We do not want your formatting getting screwed up or anything changed on your Word. Control the messaging, control the formatting, and how someone's going to look at that is part and parcel to the blink test. If you're trying to draw the eye specifically to something for a recruiter, you have to control the formatting. And number 7, for roles that you really want, companies that you are really targeting to join, send follow-up emails for status updates for a week and 2 weeks afterwards. I always think that really shows how serious you are about this. Hopefully those help. Let's talk to you soon. Happy holidays. Happy hunting. Hello and welcome.